Today we're talking about the Lumix GH6 and if it's a camera that you should be considering in 2023. Over the last couple weeks, I've been using and testing the Lumix GH6 to potentially see if this may be a good B camera to the S5 IIX, or potentially even a good A camera for budget-minded filmmakers that need a good solid camera. And so with my personal experience with this camera, I have 6 reasons why I think this is an amazing camera to consider in 2023, starting first with the abundance of codecs and frame rates. This camera is full of various codecs and frame rates that you can shoot in. It has 4K 120, and it even goes up to 300 frames per second in 1080p, which is just what? That is insane. And that is the benefit of a micro four thirds sensor, because with that smaller sensor, it can pack in a bunch of performance. And so that's one reason why I really like this camera, is because it does have a wide variety of codecs and frame rates. And that leads me to another reason why I like this camera in 2023, is for the fact that it does come with a CF Express card slot, as well as the ability to shoot to SSDs. Unlike the S5 IIX, you can shoot high resolution ProRes with this camera internally. There's a lot of things that this camera has that was a pain point for me with the S5 IIX. And so that's why I'm saying, like, this may be a good B camera for the S5 IIX, but in a lot of scenarios, it may be a better A camera depending on what you're shooting. Now, something else that I love about the GH6 is the ability to shoot full vlog. Unlike some older micro four thirds cameras from Lumix, it doesn't shoot vlog L. It has the full vlog color gamut, and it's pre-installed. And so that's something that's really nice with the GH6. Now, another reason why I like this camera is because of its IBIS. Lumix has become known for their IBIS, and this camera is no different. And that makes sense because it is a smaller sensor, and so it has a little bit more room for the IBIS to work better. And so that is something that I've come to love and just appreciate about this camera, is how good the IBIS actually is. Which leads me to my next reason why I like this camera, and that's just the overall ergonomics. The GH6 is a very hefty camera in a good way. It offers a lot of bulk and size, and so you don't feel like you're holding a micro four thirds camera, because it does offer a lot of good girth to the camera. We'll go with that. But one thing I really appreciate is the full articulating screen. You do have the ability to flip out the screen for your normal like vlogging or seeing yourself or this type of YouTube setup, but you also have the ability to flip up. That's one thing that personally drives me nuts about the S5 IIX. You can only flip the screen up while it's tilted out, and I hate that. And so that's one thing about the ergonomics that I just love about this camera, is the fully articulating screen. And that brings me to the last thing that I love about this camera, and that is just the price. This is easily one of the best value for dollar cameras out there. This camera is absolutely chock full of things that can benefit filmmakers. Some of the things I've already listed, but then there are plenty of other things. I've even gone into anamorphic support and things of that nature, because those weren't necessarily things that I used when I was using the camera, but there's so many things in this camera, again, that benefit filmmakers. And with the price point that it is, which I will add, you can find this camera for like $1,300. And so if you are somebody that is a budget filmmaker, somebody that is looking for a solid camera, hell, if you're just looking for a solid camera without spending a ton of money, then I would absolutely consider the Lumix GH6 and say that is absolutely worth it in 2023. And so that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like. And if you're into the overall content of the channel, consider subscribing. As always, thank you for joining. Go and find your journey. Go embrace life. Peace.